Stop recording.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas and Nikki here is on FaceTime with me. We were actually going to do the video tonight at 5 o'clock my time, but we decided to do it now. So you guys, I have an update about my friend James. So last night, I talked to him around 11:30 this morning, my time, right? And so he talked to his girlfriend last night about yet again making a schedule for when they can talk. And you know what, you guys, this is really a good thing to do in a relationship when you have busy lives.
Yes, it is.
Now, he talked to her and she still is like, she doesn't want to do that. She doesn't want to make a schedule for when they can talk. She said, well, why don't we, FaceTime on weekends, or why don't we FaceTime once a week? And he doesn't want to do that because he wants to talk to her, he wants to make a schedule with her, and talking to her once a week, FaceTiming with her on the weekends or once a week is not enough for him. And I understand that.
Right.
I totally understand that. So
This to him is maybe suggest every other day.
right. I'll tell him that. So he doesn't know what to do. It's just she's not a good communicator.
Granted, it's not every day like you'd like, but at least it would be something.
Right. I mean, they do text every day, so that's good. She doesn't always respond to his messages, but anyway, like he could go a day without hearing from her, and then sometimes he'll hear from her the next day. It's I call it scattered communication and bad communication. But so I said to him, listen, I said, when you talk to her tonight, if you talk to her tonight on FaceTime, ask her if this is what she wants. Ask her if she really wants to be with you. And if she says yes, then bring up the schedule thing. And I'll text him about what you said, or I'll call him and talk to him later this afternoon and tell him what you suggested, because that's a good suggestion. But yeah, once a week, understandably, I understand that's not enough for him.
Right.
So tomorrow I'll have another update for you guys on that. Anyway, so how are you doing today?
Good.
Yeah. So I know you have an O&M lesson, right, at 2:30
Yes.
my time, 1:30
Yes.
your time. And what are you going to be working on?
Well, I show my orientation and mobility person my route to state services for the blind, and if that's safe, which it should be, we're going to be taking the bus all the way around, and my O&M specialist is going to be telling me what's on the bus route, and then we're gonna pick out different places to learn to take the bus to.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So today's Thursday. So do you have any fun plans for this weekend, or are you just going to be chilling?
I don't have any fun plans for the weekend. I'm hoping to get together with Mike.
Yep.
I have to fill up my pill minder tomorrow. Other than that, that's about it.
Okay. Um, that's good. So, what day do you hope to get together with him?
I don't know yet.
Uh huh. Nice. Huh. And it's interesting, you guys. Really quick, getting back to the whole schedule thing. It's interesting because with Megan and I, we had a schedule for when we talked before we dated. The way it worked was we exchanged phone numbers. I think it was late July, last August. Yeah, late July or August is what I meant to say. And at first, we started texting every day, right?
Mhm.
And, we would we would FaceTime when she had time, or, some nights she didn't want to, and, some nights she wanted to. And then eventually, we decided to make a schedule for when we FaceTimed, and it worked out really well. We tweaked it a few times, a lot, but um, we had, unlike James, my friend James and his girlfriend, Megan and I had a schedule for when we talked, even before we started dating. And then on November, the week after Thanksgiving, I don't know what the date would be. The Wednesday after, let's see, Thanksgiving was on the 25th. So that following Wednesday, whatever the date would be, um, we just she asked me, Megan, if I wanted to FaceTime. At that point we were FaceTiming every day. We decided that. Um, and then the Wednesday after, or the Thursday, the Wednesday. I wish I knew the date, but I don't. It was the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. So Thursday was Thanksgiving, the 25th. It was the following Wednesday. And Wednesday, May 24th, 2009, February 1st, December 23rd, November 11th, Tuesday, December 11th, no events. Wednesday, Tuesday, November 20th, no events. Wednesday, Thursday, November 22nd, 3 events. Thursday, November 29th, no events. Tuesday, November 27th, no events. Wednesday, November 28th, no events.
I'm trying to think when Thanksgiving was.
No, Thanksgiving was the 25th.
Okay.
Thursday, November 22nd, 3 events. Thursday, November 22nd, 3
I think it was the 22nd.
What?
Thanksgiving.
Oh, was it 22nd? Oh, okay.
Let me check.
November 22nd, Thursday. November, Grandma John's birthday. All thanks.
Yep, it was the 22nd.
Okay.
2018, back button. Thursday, November 8th, no events. Wednesday, Thursday, November 22nd. Wednesday, November 28th, no events.
So the following Wednesday would be the 28th.
Okay. So thank you for that. Thank you very much.
April 1st.
All right. So on
2000.
Wednesday, November 28th.
May 28th, April 1st, 2019.
I'll wait for that to stop.
May 2nd, selected to May, back button.
Thank you for that. So on Wednesday, November 28th, she asked me if I wanted to FaceTime 24/7, and I'm like, yeah. And we did that. So that's how Megan and I worked. But for a while before we started, that's what we did. But before we started FaceTiming 24/7, we had a schedule for when we talked. And like I said, we had a schedule before we talked, before we started dating. But James and his girlfriend, I really hope they work out. I will, give you guys an update tomorrow on what she thinks about Nikki's suggestion. I'm sure he'll, take me up on the suggestion. I think FaceTiming every other day is reasonable. You don't want to push. If someone doesn't want to FaceTime every day, you don't want to push that.
Right.
So I think FaceTiming every other day is good. And the other thing is he wants to sleep with her on FaceTime. And He hasn't brought that up to her yet, but that's something that he has expressed to me. Now, you guys, obviously, me and Megan slept on FaceTime together, but when we
No,
when we
after
first
that,
when we
I would wait till the relationship is a little more solid.
yeah. When we first started dating, she didn't want to, and I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Then a few days later, she's like, let's do it. And then she bailed on me for a week. You might remember that. Or I don't know. I think we. I don't know if I was. Yeah, we were talking at. I know there was a time when we didn't talk for a while, because you were in the hospital and life got in the way. Um, but do you remember that when she didn't talk to me for a week for no reason?
Yeah.
Okay. And then and then everything was fine. And then, you know, um, we, after we worked things out, because we actually broke up for 6 days and then we got back together 6 days later. Remember, this was back in October. Um, and so this was back in October, and then we worked things out, and then we FaceTimed every night except for Wednesday nights and Friday nights. And then as the relationship progressed, in November, she asked me if I wanted to FaceTime every day, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And that was the night before Thanksgiving. She asked me that. And then a week later, she asked me if I wanted to FaceTime 24/7, and I'm like, yeah, sure. But the point is, you guys, you know, like in James's case, this relationship is brand new, and as Nikki said, maybe he should wait until things progress before he
Yes.
asks her if she wants to sleep with him on FaceTime.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Because he doesn't want to do too much too quickly, otherwise he's gonna scare her off.
Right.
Because I can already tell she's one of those people that likes to take things slow and at her own pace.
Right. And Megan was the same way. And luckily me and Megan were on the same page because I liked to take things slow too. So luckily we were on the same page with that. But this James doesn't seem like he's on the same page. He seems like he wants to move quickly,
Yes.
and I wouldn't advise. I personally, when I'm in a relationship, I personally like to move slow.
Right.
Now, 478, 48, SFC next. Credits are real. They will go away immediately. But
And so I'm gonna suggest to him, take your time, and don't ask her if she wants to sleep on FaceTime yet. You might scare her off. Wait,
Right.
I would probably, I'll probably tell him to wait like maybe a month
At least.
to ask that question. So maybe sometime,
Maybe two.
yeah. So maybe sometime in June or July, ask her that. You don't want to scare her off. And that's one of the reasons why Megan bailed. Because there were some things that I know now, personal things that, of course, I'm not going to share in this video, that I didn't know when we first started dating about, some personal things that I know now. And one of the reasons why she bailed for a week is because she thought that the relationship was moving too fast. And of course, I didn't think that because I was taking things as slow as I could with her, you know. And that's
Right.
and that's one of the reasons why she bailed on me for a week, because she thought that things were moving too quickly. So I don't want his girlfriend to do what Megan did to me.
Right. And
Because
if you push, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Is she's gonna bail.
yeah, it could happen. It very well could happen. And I wasn't even pushing. I told her so many times. I said, "All right, we're gonna do things at your pace." I didn't say to her, "Megan, we're doing things." I'm just being silly, but I didn't say to her, "No, you're doing it this way or else." I'm breaking up with you. No, no, no. I said to her, no, listen. I said, we're going to take, you know how many times I repeated myself to her? I said, I said to her, we will do things at your pace. I said, we're not going to do things at my pace. We're going to do things at your pace. And she bailed. Anyway, she bailed. And it was horrible. That week was probably the worst week of my life. I did a lot of crying, and it was very emotional because I loved her so much at that point.
Right.
And I don't cry. I hardly cry. I mean, everybody cries, but I mean, I don't just, I don't cry that much. And that week I did a lot of that. And it was very hard. And I don't want him to go through what I went through, what she put me through.
Right.
So, I would say to anybody who is in a relationship, if it's a long distance relationship and if you want to sleep with them on the phone or FaceTime or Skype, I wouldn't ask that at the beginning of the relationship.
No.
Wait a while. Wait at least
Right.
wait at least a month or two. And if the relationship is progressing in a good way, then go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead and ask.
But
So
if they still seem timid,
don't push it.
yeah,
Don't push it. That will not get you anywhere.
exactly.
Believe me. You know, take it from a guy who's been through hell and back in the relationship with with Megan. And you know. So I would never want anyone to go through what I went through with Megan. So just take things slow. That's the best thing to do, in my opinion. What do you think?
I agree.
Yeah. So I'm going to tell James your advice to wait a month at
At
least,
the very minimum.
or two. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. And
All right.
so you guys, you want to recommend a few channels or?
Oh, sure. Please check out my channel. That's NIKKIWUNDERLICH. That's Nikki Wonderlick. Please check out Joy Ross. That's JOYROSS. She's a blind YouTuber. She has a guide dog named Arabella. And she seems to find joy in everything she does. Please check out Molly Burke. That's MOLLYBERK. She's also a blind YouTuber. And she has a guide dog named Gallup. And like I said, she's a motivational speaker.
Okay.
And please like and subscribe to Thomas's channel
Thank you.
if you have not already.
All right. And Joy Ross also had her first guide dog's name was Antonia. She was a yellow lab, and she's in a lot of her videos. And unfortunately, she passed away last December.
Yep.
But now her guide dog Arabella is a black lab. Anyway, check out Depression to Expression. That's a great YouTube channel for people who have depression and anxiety or mental illness. And please check out Yellow Brick Cinema. Yellow Brick Cinema is an awesome YouTube channel. You can listen to different music, like music for studying, music for meditating, and deep sleep music. And please check out Patty Mayo's channel. And please check out Lawn Boy 8461's channel. And I know I said I think it was a couple weeks ago, you guys, I said I was going to do the first lawn cutting video of 2019, but my dad actually already cut the lawn. So the next time he cuts the lawn, I will record it for you guys. And I'm not sure when that will be, But when he does cut it again, it will be actually the second lawn cutting video for 2019 since I missed the first one. Because I did tell you guys I was going to do lawn cutting videos for you guys. So you all take care. And are we all, just to make sure, are we all set to do the videos tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock my time?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll see you guys tomorrow at 2 o'clock my time. And yes, like Nikki said, please like and subscribe to my channel. Y'all take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Take care and God bless.